Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for January 18th. January 18th is the 18th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 347 days remaining to the end of the year, 348 in leap years. Today's word is cherub. Cherub is a noun that means a person, especially a child, with a sweet, innocent appearance. The plural form is cherubs or cherubim. Cherubim are the second highest order of angels. This word comes to us from Latin cherubim, Greek before that, and ultimately from a Semitic root word that means to praise. Earliest documented use is in the year 825. And with that, let's go back to the 1700s when a group of ships known as the First Fleet set out from England. This was a fleet of 11 ships, and they were bringing the first European settlers to Australia. This fleet, under the command of Captain Arthur Phillip, was composed of 2 Royal Navy vessels, 3 store ships, and 6 convict transports, over 1,400 people in all. They would travel 24,000 kilometers, 15,000 miles, and take over 250 days to eventually arrive in Botany Bay, New South Wales, where it was planned that a penal colony would become the first European settlement in Australia. And so it is that the first elements of the First Fleet, carrying 736 convicts from Great Britain to Australia, arrived at Botany Bay on January 18th, 1788. Still in Australia, but a grandfather's age later, Wesley College was established in Melbourne, Australia on January 18th, 1866. An X ray generating machine was exhibited for the first time by a man named Henry Louis Smith on January 18th, 1896. In July of 1976, the annual Legionnaires Convention took place in Philadelphia. There were more than 2,000 people in attendance, mostly men. 3 days after the convention ended, some of those men began dying of what at first appeared to be heart attacks. They all complained of feeling really tired, chest pain, congested lungs. Of a total of 182 cases, 149 had been convention attendees, and 33 were people who either worked at the hotel or had been in the area. The victims ranged in age from 39 to 82. In a week's time, 130 people, mostly men, had been hospitalized. 25 had died. Before it was all over, more than 200 people would fall ill, and 34 would die, a little over a 15% fatality rate. Turned out to be a pathogenic bacteria that proliferates in certain watery conditions. In this case, the bacteria had become established in water associated with the hotel's air conditioning unit on the roof of the building. The contaminated water would vaporize and fall to the ground, where people on the street breathed it in and became infected. It was certainly alarming that so many people were affected, and with that 15+% death rate, medical experts and researchers were hot to find answers. As I mentioned, that convention was in July of 1976, and on January 18th, 1977, the causative agent was identified as a previously unknown bacterium, which they named Legionella after the Legionnaires. Since then, dozens of species of Legionella bacteria have been identified. It's nearly always distributed by concentrated water contamination. It was particularly virulent in the Legionnaire's case because the water was made into a vapor form and people breathed it in. Now we know. And I think that's going to do it for us today. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and feel free to share. Don't forget to add your opinions in the comment section below. And thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. The first president to travel. I am happy to report. Your call cannot be taken at the moment, so please leave your message after the tone. Thank you. I don't know how all that's going to go together, or if it's even going to make it to the video. We'll just see. Changing it up.